It's the end of China, y'all. Poof. Yeah, not quite. Turns out there's some lithium under a supervolcano in the United States. McDermitt Caldera. Uh, on the border between the states of Oregon and Nevada. Um, it's a lot. China's got a lot, so they're saying if we mine this lithium in Oregon, hey, it's the end of China. Uh, well, we hadn't started mining it yet. I just always love how these discoveries of mysterious energy. Uh, it's not mysterious, really. I mean, some volcano happens and there's some lithium in there. Yeah, I mean, you've got to develop the mining there, and you've got to. Oh, I can't wait for the environmental people to come along and say, "Hey, we're not sure you want you to mine that," and then the other environmental people to say, "Oh, well, battery power is a good thing." Um, I am both excited about battery power and I am excited about protecting the environment. So, more mining. It's kind of a controversy to me. It's seriously doubt the end of China, though, because um, I guess if you're going to mine the lithium and you're going to make batteries and you're going to make products to put batteries in, you're going to have to. All that's got to compete with China. It's not just the lithium, y'all. But I mean, I could go through and read all this to you guys, but you could read it yourself. There's the Earl. I scrolled it all for you, so you can read it there if you want to pause. But anyway, also, um, in the last few weeks, I keep hearing hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. I like hydrogen. Hydrogen is cool. Um, I'm sorry that a certain Zeppelin blew up because there was some hydrogen in there. And a lot of people are a little bit worried about the volatility of hydrogen, and it's hard to keep in tanks, and you need super big, heavy tanks. Uh, I've even read that the big, heavy tank kind of offsets the convenience of hydrogen. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I mean, if we had the infrastructure built up, probably wouldn't be much difference from pumping gasoline. But I've seen it just depends on how you get the hydrogen. If you can find a large deposit of hydrogen that doesn't need to be separated from methane or natural gas, that's great. But what if you have to separate it from the natural gas? What if you have to break methane to get the hydrogen? I mean, I know burning methane is, it's fossil fuel, so we kind of want to avoid that. So I just wonder if hydrogen, I keep hearing, underground hydrogen discovery in France, world's largest deposit of natural hydrogen in Albanian mine. U.S. finds golden hydrogen trillions of dollars of futuristic energy. There is some folks in California who own a hydrogen Toyota who've had a lot of trouble getting refueled. And they said if they thought that it was going to be this difficult to keep fueling their vehicle, then, they probably wouldn't have bought that hydrogen Toyota. So if hydrogen's going to be a big deal, y'all better step it up because it sure ain't there now. Batteries sure do seem to have a head start, don't they? And as far as innovative fuel goes, I'm kind of sorry everybody stopped. Well, not everybody. There's still people working on building nuclear plants, but it's kind of a controversy between some folks in the environmental side saying that, if we got all this nuclear waste we got to deal with, and if you have an accident, it's going to be a bad, cleanup time. And then on the other side of the environmentals, you don't have carbon emission. It's not a fossil fuel. It's good in that respect. I even read an hour long, like an hour read of some lady who was started working in a nuclear plant. She was an environmentalist. She said at the outset, she was kind of alarmed to even start working at this nuclear plant. And she said the longer it went on, the more she was convinced that nuclear was a good alternative to fossil fuel. As far as the emissions goes. I also like that had far fewer problems with nuclear fuel than coal ash. Coal ash is a big problem. You got to find some place to process, bury, whatever. The people who work on coal ash have damage from the radiation from coal ash. So don't think that coal is free from radiation, because coal ash is a bad deal. So, if you can contain the nuclear waste, we have ways of doing that. And it takes a whole lot less room than piles and piles and piles, mountainous piles of coal ash that come out of a coal plant. So, certainly nuclear is better than coal. If you had to replace coal with nuclear, would you do it? I do like wind and solar as well, and anyway, also had read this recent article on Slashdot about flow batteries, and flow batteries. You have two big old tanks of electrolyte with a membrane in the middle, and each tank has a pump on it, and as the fluid passes each other in the membrane, you have an exchange of ions, which creates a voltage. But you need humongous tanks, so it's not good for battery electric cars. And some people have said that it's so huge that it's too expensive for a land-based operation. Although I was reading an article yesterday that was talking about um, in the long term it could cost less, even if you use vanadium, which they're saying vanadium is super expensive, but a flow battery could have so much lower maintenance that in the long run the cost will be less. And I suppose if you continue to develop the technology, then just like any infrastructure buildup, once the infrastructure is in place, the prices tend to go down. I don't know. I don't too much understand flow batteries as well as lithium ion batteries. I hear sodium batteries might be a good thing for the near future. I don't know. We'll see. Uh, but yeah, you think this lithium under this volcano is gonna end China? Probably not. Love you. Bye.